Hi guys, welcome to another edition of the General Gerry channel. I'm joined here with Wrestling Jesus WJ. How's it going?
It's going good, Jer. CM Pot in the fucking house, Jer. CM Pot.
CM Pot.
CM Pot.
It's a good thing I changed the color scheme to green there for this time round,
Yes,
WJ.
Jer. I don't normally wear green, Jer. Is it? I'm not sure if it's an Irish exclusive thing to wear green.
No. It's actually my favorite color, but like it's not because of Irish or anything. I just love the color.
Usually, somebody wears green. It's like a redhead or something, so possibly Irish. Yeah.
Good old saucy redhead WJ. That's what I'm talking about there. Get her finger WJ. Well, talking about that aside there, WJ, obviously there's been a massive talk of CM Punk recently. Everybody's talking about him. We want to do something a bit different here on the General Gerry channel. What we're doing, okay, and this is something that nobody's asked, okay, because me and WJ aren't the types of people to just upload for the sake of uploading. We're merely asking the question, should he returned to wrestling, because there's actually many different factors with CM Punk on should he return to wrestling and should he return to AEW tonight. WJ, we might as well get into it. What's your overall thoughts there? Personally, I think it's a good thing. That's going to trigger a lot of anti-smarks. I know he doesn't particularly like me too well, CM Punk, after the UFC documentary, but the only reason why I did that, WJ, was merely just to reinstate that he shouldn't have went into the UFC and got his arse kicked twice. But what's your overall thoughts on CM Punk, and do you think he should return to wrestling?
Well, I think he should if there's a demand for it, obviously, so it can make money. So, yes, I think he should. Should it have been with AEW? Oh! That's a different question. Yeah,
Bit of a downgrade there. It's a bit. This is the thing, right? I think CM Punk. Look, here's the thing, right? And I know some people in the chat are saying, "No, I can't believe you're saying this," but we want you guys just to hear us out from a different perspective on CM Punk.
The perspective is that it's going to make money and people like him. And do you want to see? You know what I mean? CM Punk versus somebody, or fucking John Moxley. Would you be more excited? Why? Look, it's Big Danny Garcia, Jer, tonight against Ambrose. I mean, Danny Garcia. I mean, obviously, somebody I would rather see CM Punk over Danny. Who the fuck is this Garcia? Let's say. I would rather have a guy that can cut an interesting promo. It would have been cool if he would have went back to WWE, but, you know, at the same time, he fits in with these people because he's one of the original indie darlings. A small man from Ring of Honor or whatever, and Brian is the same kind of deal there. CM Punk was using Japanese finishing moves to impress the Smarks early on, let's see. And he was an indie boy. Basically, he's very full of himself, like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. He's going to fit in with them with his big ego, and thinking that he's literally the best or whatever there.
I will say the one thing about CM Punk, and this is one of the standout things, I used to hate him during the Jeff Hardy feud that he had, okay? And I didn't like him because obviously I'm a Jeff Hardy fanboy, okay? I'll be the first one to admit it. But then I start seeing the Straight Edge Society, and I start seeing his promo ability. Okay, I actually noticed CM Punk even before. Actually, Unfortunately, whether people believe us or not, I actually watched SmackDown before SmackDown was cool. You know, I did SmackDown spoilers, so I've actually visibly seen CM Punk on SmackDown when nobody watched it, and I seen him with the Straight Edge Society, and it was actually very, very good. The thing is with CM Punk is that yes, he's not everyone's cup of tea. That's completely understandable. I get that, but anyone thinking that he's not money for AEW is, I'm sorry, but you're out of your minds. He clearly is money, because here's the thing, right? I had someone, WJ, this is a fact, on the phone literally today, okay? I was speaking to a guy, you know what, I'll give him a shout out. His name's Mario, okay? Mario has not watched wrestling. Oh, God, we got the phone call blasting there, WJ. For 10 years, Mario has not watched wrestling. Okay? For 10 years, he refused to watch wrestling. He literally messaged me after a long time saying, Gerry, can you tell me, is CM Punk returning? Now, this is an actual casual fan. So this terminology that CM Punk does not appeal to casual fans is a bit ridiculous respectively, in my opinion. Okay? Mario messaged me, said, Gerry, is CM Punk returning? I said, there is a possibility that he is returning tonight. He said, oh, I'm going to watch it. Now, here's the thing. While to everybody else that might not matter, the fact is that a casual fan, and he's not just the only one, there's been several people that I've lived with and where I used to live. There's people been messaging me, is CM Punk coming back? Okay? And whether people like to admit it or not, CM Punk does utilize a lot of the casual audience. Now, unfortunately, what my worry is when he goes to AEW, they kind of deform him into this weird indie kind of, because CM Punk is someone that could actually, in an ideal world, go in and actually utilize the casual audience. He can actually do that because he has great promo ability. You have to be on crack cocaine if you don't believe it. He's got good promo ability. His wrestling kind of moves and style, it's all right, but like,
okay, Gerry, he's gonna be able to wrestle his match now, Gerry.
That's
he's not gonna be handcuffed anymore, Gerry. He's gonna be able to use the Tutamanga DDT or something, Gerry, that he had to stop using.
There you go. There's Lash.
But here's a couple problems that I can picture, Gerry. What about the fact that there's nobody for him to wrestle, like outside of Kenny Omega? Like, say, yeah, once you do the match with Kenny, what do you have left?
See, the only way. See, this is the thing.
Hangman Page and CM Punk really a big match? Wouldn't it have been better to have CM Punk versus Roman Reigns? See? Yeah. You can let Punk have his WrestleMania moment. CM Punk had bashed Roman Reigns in the past. See, that could have been a big match. Then you could have done the Triple H match that he talked about or whatever, and there's all kind of other stuff that could potentially happen, you know. But like here in AEW, he wrestles Kenny Omega. Then what? After that, does he wrestle Bryan? He's already wrestled Bryan. Is CM Punk against Christian Cage exciting? CM Punk versus Moxley. Like, what are they going to do? You had a problem with my friend Roman Reigns, and I'm some other guy that's not as exciting. Let's fight. And then what else do you get for CM Punk that's a big match? Like, you mentioned CM Punk versus Sting.
That would be a good one, but
what about Danny Garcia, Gerry?
The Darby Allin thing, I'm not interested in. I'm not
Right, like
interested in
really,
Darby
like this
Allin.
is they're presenting this like this is gonna be a marquee match. Darby Allin against CM Punk, like I don't
So
know. Like in terms of real big match, wouldn't it be better to have like another match with Roman Reigns or Cena or something like this?
yeah,
Triple H. There's potential for more Mania main events with over there. Let's see.
yeah. In an ideal world, right? In an ideal world, I think CM Punk should go back to WWE because it makes more sense. The problem is that Vince McMahon fucking hates him, and Triple H fucking hates him. And then touch wood. I hope Triple H. I hope Vince McMahon doesn't die. But when he does, Triple H is not going to bring CM Punk back at all. That's
Peter
the only
Spence
problem.
wrote CM Punk versus Sonny Kiss. Is that what's going to happen? Punk against Kiss on Dark or what? You pay me enough money, Tony, and I'll do anything with this kid.
I think there's been this argument that, and I don't know. I think it probably come from several things, but there's been this argument that, and I agree with what you're saying. By the way, WJ, about the whole there isn't enough opponents, because there quite frankly isn't. But there's just been an argument that people have been saying, and some people have said it in the chat, that CM Punk actually dropped ratings whenever he did his whole
Hey,
pipe
when he
bomb.
was the champ during the 434 days, did the ratings go up? No, they just went slowly down, just like they always do. Punk wasn't able to bring in a bunch of new fans. He had people buying his t-shirts. People became CM Punk fans, but he didn't bring in a whole bunch of new people. He just slowly lost viewers, as most of them did. Like Roman Reigns, he's able to keep the SmackDown at 2 million. And SmackDown had way less viewers back in the day, let's say. And with Roman Reigns as the champion, it actually improved. See, like in recent years, obviously SmackDown had bigger ratings and Attitude Era, but it was really low, yeah. And Roman Reigns kind of made it the most viewed show, yeah. Beating out Raw and everything. So Roman Reigns, he's a guy that moved some numbers. Let's say he made SmackDown get bigger, right? People are going to tune in maybe to AEW. It's going to make people from the WWE fan base go check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to steal fans from WWE, that's for sure. Right? But like the idea that a whole bunch of lapsed fans are going to come back for Punk, like, I don't see this happening. Like,
what I would say to all of it, right? And this is something that I would say in regards to CM Punk, is that whenever I said at the start there, obviously I've actually had casual fans actually say to me, "Is he coming back? Is he coming back?" And I do believe that AEW will actually get high ratings when he if he debuts, because at this point, folks, we don't know. That's why this video was not clickbait. That's why I said, should CM Punk return to wrestling? I don't want to be like everybody else and do fucking clickbait on here. But what I'm saying is that if CM Punk comes back, this is my biggest worry for AEW. Let's just say CM Punk comes back, bunch of casual fans goes to watch AEW, and then sees Orange Cassidy, and then sees all of this shit, and they're like, what is this?
so that's another good point.
That's the problem that I'm having. While CM Punk, I do believe, has momentum to bring them in, and I do believe WJ, and this is another problem that I have with CM Punk. While I actually personally am actually glad he's in AEW, I know people might not agree with that or whatever. That's just my opinion. I actually think it's a good thing. I do prefer what WJ was saying to be in WWE, but I do believe that CM Punk's stock dramatically dropped during his UFC run. I think when he was in UFC and he got his ass whipped twice, technically it's once now because they've ruled out the Michael Jackson fight now. Apparently that's a that's scrap now. But for me personally, I think CM Punk's stock dramatically dropped during that UFC run. So if you look at Bill Goldberg, for example, I know people don't like Goldberg or whatever, but he doesn't present himself as a UFC fighter. You're not going to see Goldberg in a UFC ring, okay? Because Goldberg's smart. He knows that there's stock in the way he's built. He knows that there's stock in the way he carries himself, okay? So what CM Punk thought is that if he went to the UFC and did a Dave Bautista, where if he knocked one person out, then he would be presentable as a wrestler. But the fact is that CM Punk got his absolute ass handed to him. Okay. So did Alberto Del Rio. A lot of people don't remember this, but Alberto Del Rio was actually in mixed martial arts as well and got his absolute ass handed to him. With CM Punk, he was in the UFC. And the fact remains is that he lost twice. His stock dramatically dropped. People stopped caring about him. And I do believe that if CM Punk wouldn't have went to the UFC, I think we would be more excited. Okay? I think we would be generally more excited because it's like, he wasn't in the UFC. But because he went to the UFC, I think he's affected himself a little bit too much. Personally, for me, it's just my perspective on it. And some people are saying about Chris Jericho, we've already seen it. There's really not much stock in CM Punk versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he's old. So Jericho's finished. There's not going to be much excitement for CM Punk. Jericho, CM Punk, Moxley. It's like, who cares? There's nothing really there. I don't really see how many matches they can really have with him. Realistic, big money making matches. You can have Kenny Omega versus Punk. You say you're the best in the world. Meltzer says I'm the best of all time, whatever. There's a match there. Is it really would Kenny and CM Punk, outside of Kenny being AEW champion, there's no real reason for this match. You know what I mean? Maybe they could play off of the best in the world stuff. Yeah. But this wouldn't compare to Triple H against CM Punk in terms of story. And
that's a good match. And as much as he might not want it, CM Punk, that's probably a good stock match, because there's so much story behind it. And the thing is with WWE is that they have good stuff. For example, Sting versus Undertaker. It is ridiculous to me, and I know I talk about this nearly in every live stream, so I do apologize, WJ, but it is ridiculous to me how they did not make that match. I have no fucking idea why they did not make that match. Another good match is Shane McMahon versus Triple H. The thing is, WWE have these good matches. They just don't do it. They just do the same thing. Same as AEW. AEW have, the thing is with some of their guys is that, yes, they might be technically good wrestlers. They don't have the stock that a casual fan might be interested in. And as I said to you guys before, yes, you're going to have fans, and there's people been messaging me. They've been messaging me. Even now, they're messaging me right now. Where is CM Punk? Is he coming back? That's great. But I've actually had to give them the expectation of don't expect anything great in AEW, because it's not great. It's not for a casual audience. And that's what's hurting AEW. AEW could technically get big ratings, but they don't utilize themselves to a casual audience. They don't utilize themselves to say, okay, we want to get more ratings. Stop being I don't know what it is with wrestling right now, but stop being a niche company. There's no need to be a niche company. Like reach out, get contacts from across the world and actually generate people to come into your company. But we're not seeing that. What we're seeing currently now is unutilization of casual fans. Because whether people like to admit it or not, whether people like to make excuses and stuff like that, casual fans are the number one audience for professional wrestling. It's that simple.
So what are they going to do with him? Like, is he going to compete in the fucking... like, I seen AEW fans, like, I've been talking about these fucking out of nowhere people, Danny Garcia and 2.0, like, and then I see the AEW fans doing their retarded fantasy booking. Oh man, these guys are so cool. Danny Garcia 2.0. I think Punk is gonna come out and be their leader. Like, you know, so if they try to fucking, like, these fans will accept anything, but trying to bringing in a casual, they might not stick around. If Tony Khan tries to please these fans, like, I've seen stuff being said, Bray Wyatt should come in and be the leader of Dark Order. I think I've even seen, like, CM Punk should be in charge of Dark Order. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these fans are disconnected from reality. They're fucking weird. Like, you know, they're going to claim to like all kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But really, it's shit. Like, who would sit there? And apparently this 2.0, it's apparently they're called 2.0 because they're like the Young Bucks 2.0. Apparently that's what it is. Like, you already have Young Bucks in your company. The people who are ripping off Young Bucks, they should not be in the company. Like, usually that would be something on the fucking C-level indie show that they're ripping off real wrestlers. You know what I mean? BJ Styles or something. The guy's dressed up like AJ Styles. You're not going to see this in WWE. Well, then they have this fucking rip-off tag team of the Young Bucks. Two fucking jobbers who have even less charisma and manliness than the Young Bucks, like, and they have these guys attacking Moxley, knocking out Moxley. They're fighting Sting. You know what I mean?
Sting's match, like, he went through a table and no-sold it and then did a double fucking Scorpion Death Drop. It just looks really cheap.
When he got up and he got up from the move and just he takes a 60-year-old man takes a double power bomb through the table and just gets up. Well, then what's the point of doing anything? Like Sting used to no sale a bit back in the day, but it wouldn't be like take a fucking power bomb through a table and just get up, like, or maybe he did. I don't fucking know, but he's fucking 60 years old. Like, but still, Sting shouldn't be wrestling these fucking jobbers. Like, he doesn't have that many matches in his body. Like, he should have saved this energy for somebody that's something. So when the WWE fan comes in, they want a sample, and it's 2.0 fucking beating up Daniel Bryan, and this Danny Garcia is fucking CM Punk up the ass. Yeah, like, are people gonna want to tune in to this? And then Sonny Kiss comes out, and
what's Aleister Black really done since he's debuted? He just looks like someone who spread, like, the pen ink.
Yeah.
They spread pen ink in his eye.
Gerry had a big match against Cody Rhodes. A second match. He's going up against Brock Anderson, Gerry, the son of Arn Anderson. A hipster look-alike, Gerry. I mean, Brock Anderson. I'll be right back, Gerry.
But yeah, like I like Arn Anderson's spine buster, but it's like, you know, like the thing is that even with Sting, like if you look at Sting, like look at the amount of people he's facing. And with CM Punk, I think is better as a part-timer. Like, I don't think he should have went to the UFC. He could have actually bargained that with WWE. But with CM Punk is that he's better as a part-timer, getting those big matches. My worry, and believe WJ's worry, is that when CM Punk, if he debuts, is that what if he actually fights Darby Allin? Is that really going to sell? Not really. CM Punk versus Orange Cassidy, CM Punk versus Jungle Boy. The only ones I see that are big money, okay, and I say big money in quotation marks, is CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. I don't think it'll be the match that everyone realistically thinks. Because CM Punk, he's 40. You know what I mean? CM Punk's in his 40s as well for people. People seem to forget that. But CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, I don't think it will be the match that people really... I think I don't know, man. Like, I don't think CM Punk could maybe kind of hold up, but we'll wait and see. But CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, I hope I'm wrong, but that's apparently a big money match. CM Punk versus Sting is that's the only match I want to see, really, in AEW. They need to wait on that to get a big payday. CM Punk versus Jon Moxley, that's one, and that's it. Really, can someone in the comments tell me like who you would want CM Punk to fight in AEW? Because I can't think of anybody. I really can't. I can only think of 3 people. Now, I do think it'll be good for casual viewers to watch CM Punk, and I still stand by my statement of what I said there at the start, folks. But at the same time, though, it's like CM Punk versus MJF, yeah, but I think MJF's getting a wee bit boring now. I think it's the same. Punk versus Marco Stunt? No way. Jesus Christ, no way.
CM Punk versus MJF could be good for the promos there.
I like Sean Pac-Man. CM Punk versus Pac-Man.
If MJF is good on promo, do you want to have Punk come out there and bury him and like... But it's a match that could be had. It's not as big as Roman Reigns, but...
I'm looking, like, some people are saying Cage, like, Cage...
Christian, but like it could be a good wrestling match, but it's not big. Like,
yeah,
outside of that, the first match with Kenny Omega, like, what else is there? Like, Jack Swagger versus... Why they could do that? It's not going to be good, but that's something they could do for sure. You got beat up, Punk. I'm gonna kick your ass too here. And they could have a match like that, and then maybe that's the only way Punk will get a fake win in UFC there.
I like Ringmaster's comment. CM Punk versus John. Where is Sonny Kiss? Is that?
Yeah, I mentioned in somebody's comments that they're gonna make him Sonny Kiss's tag team partner. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, because Punk said he has an evil agenda. Colt Cabana, there's a guy. Didn't they have a falling out in real life?
They could.
They had a falling out, and they even sued each other, didn't they? Yeah, well, that's a match.
Yeah,
that's a match.
Well done, Joshua. Can I talk about Chris Jericho's fucking pinhead thing that he's doing recently?
Talk about whatever you want there.
See Chris Jericho's new gimmick that he's doing with, what is it called? Pin something? He's doing where he's like, he paints himself into these stripes. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it is completely and utterly stupid. I think it's just so dumb. And the thing is with a lot of these wrestlers, ever since Matt Hardy did the deletion thing, all these wrestlers now have an alter ego that's dark, okay? And Chris Jericho has done this, what is it, pinhead or pin something he calls it? Somebody put in the comment. There we go, the pain maker. Thank you, Ringmaster. Thank you very much. The pain maker. What a fucking waste of time.
It makes that you don't give a shit about either. Like,
Chris, mate, you're better than this. The pain maker, and it's just him with like painted things. Like he looks like, you know, whenever you're playing X's and O's, WJ. You know, when you were in school and you went X's and O's. That's what it looks like in the face. It's just Chris Jericho with line face paint. That's all it is. And to me, it looks fucking ridiculous. It looks fucking ridiculous. I don't like it. I think it is the most fucking dumbass fucking thing that I've ever seen in my life. Quite frankly. The pain maker, not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it. I think it's just completely dumbass. Let me see. Some people have said Jack Swagger, CM Punk. I'm sorry, but they already fought each other and it was boring. Let's see.
maybe they wouldn't want to do the match with Colt Cabana there.
This is a good one. CM Punk versus CM Punk. That's the best thing. Right, before we get into it, we're going to react to Roman Reigns' reaction to CM Punk. So we're going to react to it today. I'm just going to be right back, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. WJ, take her away there.
I'm here, Jerry. I'm about to eat some Greek food here.
Oh, you are. I'll just be right back, just 2 seconds.
Yeah. Settling down with my Greek food, ladies and gentlemen. There. Coming in, just. CM Punk versus Ryback. That's another thing that could be done. Oh, jeez.
All right, I'm back.
Say something, WJ. I'm just sitting down there, folks. I got me what they call a Greek food there.
I could really do with a big
I got
dirty
this piece of bread here, Jim. I don't know what kind of fucking bread it is there, but we're gonna go through this here, Jim.
I've been incredibly boring, WJ. I've had rice, chicken, and spinach. So,
This
but
is
don't worry,
beef souvlaki.
But yeah, as I said there, folks, CM Punk versus Gordon Henry. WJ versus the Wrestling Jesus, folks. There we go, people.
Archer, a hot pocket, yeah.
What is that?
Like a pizza pocket, whatever. Yeah.
What is it? A pizza in your pocket? Everyone keeps saying that. I don't know what it is.
It's
I'm
like
sorry, I'm Irish.
stuffed pizza, yeah, like a piece of. It's like a round ball with pizza shit in it. There.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Mm.
I don't do them here. You see, sadly.
This is beef souvlaki, and it's got salad and rice and stuff there.
Oh. Might
I'm
grab a pizza
balancing
actually
that on
now.
my leg while I'm eating some bread. And CM Punk versus Miro. You know, Miro's been fucking boring since he's there. Like
Yeah.
everything he does is forgettable. Like
it's pretty bad, like what he's doing recently.
just facing a random jobber every week. There's no excitement.
Let me know when you're ready.
We're not
and we
gonna
can
get
react
the
to this
next
clip, by the
John
way.
Cena coming out. Yeah. Hmm?
But let me know when you're ready and we can react.
Set
to
her
this
up,
clip.
yeah. Set up the clip, yeah.
You ready then? Yeah.
Well, do you think Buddy Murphy will turn up? I think he is.
All right. You ready, NWJ?
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to preference this. I fucking hate this guy with a passion. He is the slimiest little weasel in MMA. I cannot stand him. I think he's just an absolute fucking weasel. But with that being said, let's just react to the clip.
Getting back to John, one thing that has been talked about a lot, the aforementioned CM Punk talked about it a lot as well, about these guys who would leave and come back, leave and come. How do you feel about that? You're a constant. He's been gone. He's coming back. Who knows if he sticks around past SummerSlam? Are you okay with that sort of thing, that sort of arrangement? The guys who over the last 2 decades or so have left and come back, while the guys like you are in Tulsa and Charlotte and God knows where tomorrow night.
That's a real man right there. Look at that man, WJ. That's a real man. That's a real man there, WJ.
And what he's going to say is the truth, so.
Let's see this connection. Fuck me.
I think you've said it before, the high tide raises all the boats, right? Everybody benefits. So I do think there's that strange threshold, but
let me just pause it 2 seconds.
I think
it's probably his fucking video.
Yeah, those statements are coming from bitter people, who possibly thought they were better than they really were. When it comes down to it, CM Punk was not as good or as over as a John Cena. Wasn't as good or as over and moved the needle like The Rock. It was just what it was. From a full-time performer, I understand the frustration and wanting more.
I hate to say it, but he is true. He's speaking facts. I hate to say it, but I think CM Punk can bring in a casual audience, but I think with CM Punk, sometimes he has a struggle of maintaining them a bit. You know what I mean? Like he has that struggle a little bit.
But like I said before, you got to take it. I'm a full-time performer. But I've done everything that needs to be done to stay in this position, to be in this position, to continue to make the opportunity for myself to be in a main event at SummerSlam against a John Cena. And if anybody ever comes along to try to push me out of that, scenario, I'm gonna fight like hell to keep, the ground that I've made. So it's just it's one of those debatable. We can go back and forth, and we can change our perspective if you're one of those type of people who can see it in a different set of eyes. But I really think if more eyeballs are being brought to our product, and of course it depends on who it is. But a guy like a John Cena who's starring in multiple movies this summer, and when it comes down to it, earn the right, and he's at that portion of his career where he is a part-time performer. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to capitalize on him being here and everything that he brings with that. And that's
money. That's what he's going to do. Make money.
And that's why I think John Cena is going to win on Saturday. I hate to say it.
CM Punk was too much of a big mark for himself to do the proper business,
Mm-hmm. He auditioned for what you call him in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The guy with the hockey mask.
Oh yeah. Casey something.
Casey Jones. He auditioned for that and didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it. No, they gave it to actually, ironically, the guy he's producing right now. But apparently,
wasn't Sheamus in one of those Teenage Mutant movies?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I think he was Rocksteady or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, CM Punk went to go for it and he didn't get it. So the thing is with CM Punk is that he's great. Like, I think he's good maybe writing comic books and stuff, but as a film star. And that's the thing. I hate to say it. And I by the way, I fucking hate John Cena. I can't stand him. But the problem is with John Cena is that he's fucking everywhere now. Like, in buses. Like, I literally walked past WJ. I went to the shops, walked past. There's a big bus with John Cena in front of it. Like, he's fucking everywhere now, John Cena. Like, he's done so many movies. He's doing movies in China and everything. And that unfortunately, I do think that John Cena's going to win temporarily. I think he's going to win the championship, and then Roman's going to beat him again at some point, maybe, by the looks of it.
I don't know. It's possible. They did similar stuff with Lesnar.
And Flair, like Ric Flair left.
Right.
Ric Flair left, and they want to do this so-called fucking John Cena overtakes Ric Flair, but the fact is Ric Flair won more titles than John Cena.
That aren't calculated, they say.
Even Sting won more titles, but people don't calculate that. You know what I mean? So personally, I this whole John Cena magical number, I don't recognize it as that he's won more titles than Ric Flair.
They say Ric Flair 2021 championship.
Yeah.
That other people recognize, I think.
Yeah. I prefer that than this whole agenda that they're pushing with John Cena. Maybe WWE's won more titles, and yes, he might have won more titles in WWE, but overall, I don't recognize it. I don't recognize it at all. I don't recognize him.
Like in the real world, like, nobody's gonna care about ROH performer who does shoot promo. Like, there's no appeal to this in real life. Like, this guy does shoot promo. This is like a wrestling thing. Shoot promo. It's not enough to get like regular people to tune in. Hey, isn't that the guy who got beat up in UFC? What's his name? Is it GM Punk, or was that what his name was? Hey, that's the guy who does shoot promo, I mean. Like, nobody's going to pay money for big Hollywood movie for this guy, that's it.
Mm-hmm. With Roman, like, here's the thing with Roman. I think the only time I've went against him was when he said about that fans shouldn't voice their opinion on wrestling, and I called it out. That's the only thing I don't like about
I
Roman.
remember that. Oh, you got take another beer, get another drink. Remember that?
No, I remember that. But since then, I think Roman's kind of chilled out. He was probably hyped up a wee bit there. He was probably his younger year, so I'll give him a pass on that. Same as the way I'll give CM Punk a pass, but CM Punk, I am looking forward to him in AEW. I just think my question is, yes, it might be good for the night, but what about the longevity? And that's the problem with AEW.
Longevity is a bunch of mediocre matches. Like,
nah.
All your dream matches are in WWE.
Yeah. I'll just play the rest of this here. Hang on.
Oh, that's the whole gimmick to me. This is John Cena. Why wouldn't I want to be in the ring? Why wouldn't I want him to come to me? You know what I mean? This is the biggest movie.
This is not a retard. Yeah.
And he came to me. He came to the head of the. He came to Roman Reigns. He wanted to be in the ring with me. So I'm not going to complain about that. But I think other people who think, you know, they should have more or be more and aren't willing to actually do it, they're gonna have a different explanation than what I just did.
There you go.
Oh, it's real talk. Like these little fucking retards on Twitter, like, enough with part-timer. It's about making money, idiots. Yeah. It's not a thing that some schmuck wrestler deserves it because you think he deserves it. It's about what makes the most money. What's the biggest match? What are we going to want to see? I don't care if Chad Gable doesn't become the champ. Like, why would I care? Like, would you rather see Roman Reigns versus Cena or Roman versus Chad Gable? Finally gets his moment to prove it. Chad. Like, people don't care. Nobody wants that in real life. Like, this is psycho. Like,
had a good video for you to react, by the way.
We need big names. The most that you can get, like.
Keep going there, WJX. I'm downloading this video.
These people, they don't want McMahon to bring in a big name because they're afraid it's going to get viewership. Like, could you imagine that back in the day talking like this? Like, you know, oh, fucking Hulk Hogan just arrived in WCW. Oh, fuck. We wanted Dustin Rhodes to become champion and in WCW. Nobody said that. Like, retarded stuff like this. You understood who was the star, right? I wanted to see a big match. I never thought in my head as a kid, say I want fucking Z-Man Tom Zink to beat Ric Flair and become WCW champ. Who fucking thinks like that? Like, women, maybe. I want to see the cute guy win the belt. They might think of it like this. Say, but the reason that these men want Chad Gable, another twink wrestler, to win there is because they have the mind of women. Some of these men in the IWC, they say. They have a little crush on Chad Gable, so they want him to win. They don't think of logic. They don't think of making money for the company. They just want to jack off to little men. That's what they want. They're like, and I'm tired of this fucking this twink phenomenon in wrestling, and the people that jack off to them, and this Dave Meltzer stuff and weird Japanese stuff there. Like this ain't, it's not about Japanese. This is a wrestling promotion. Like, it's not about Dave Meltzer, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like back in the day, people worship the Hollywood celebrity. They don't worship Siskel and Ebert. Fuck. Oh, Siskel and Ebert said that Arnold Schwarzenegger sucks.
You think
His
you've got the
acting wasn't
answers?
the
I
best.
changed the.
Sorry,
Yeah.
apologies.
Nobody treat it like this, that you gotta turn on an actor because Siskel and Ebert says it's not 5 stars. Like, this kind of retard indie shit, that don't make sense. Like,
So I've been recommended this clip. I have not seen it. I wanted to do a wee chunky clip there. This is Adam Bompiet's How to Book CM Punk in AEW. Okay.
yeah.
I have not seen this, but people were telling me that people were requesting me to see it and you, WJ, to see it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this. It's 15 minutes, thankfully. It's not like anything long. We're gonna check it out and see what happens. All right. At any point, WJ, tell me to pause it. I know everyone's gonna blow up in the chat right now because we're reacting to this. Because it's the
And
first
is he
time.
which company is he with him now there?
Parts unknown.
Parts unknown.
He's
Wasn't
not
he a
even-
part of Wrestle Talk for a little bit?
He was, and then they all quit and made their own company.
They quit on Wrestle Talk?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not that many people kind of like I think they're diluting it a wee bit for this kind of thing, this British kind of fucking mentality. Like, I think they're trying to go out on their own a wee bit, but it just, I mean, Adam Bompier, I think his early days were pretty good, but then he started becoming a proper smart for himself and a pretty
Big
much
phony baloney. Fuck.
But let's just see how he would book CM Punk in AEW. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Just when you think you've got the answers, I changed the rest.
You don't change anything. You just
Booking video
voice a
about-
fake opinion. Fuck, come on there.
CM Punk's return to WWE back in May. It was fine, wasn't it? It's a bit of fun, resting assured in the knowledge that after 7 years away and nary a peep, CM Punk would probably never return and my work would never be held up to any kind of actual scrutiny. Well, f*** you too, Phil. Yes, 2 months after that video came out, reports began circulating that CM Punk was in talks for an in-ring return, and I just want to say, everyone, you're welcome. I did it, everyone.
What? Welcome for what? Let's see.
What, for Bad Hair Day?
Fuck these people. They have such big egos. Like anything. Fuck off. Like,
Just the distaste in your voice.
they always have to try to make it sound like they're so fucking smart about. Like,
fuck me.
what the fuck does he have to do with this? Like, get a fucking life. Like, fuck's sake, man.
Everyone, you're welcome. I did it, everyone. I brought him back. I did it. Put more applause in the edit, Simon. Put more applause in the edit, Simon. No, but seriously though, AEW became the rumored destination for CM Punk, and AEW began doing some very big eyes looking to the left emoji things, like Darby Allin talking about the best in the world, the Young Bucks hitting some of Punk's signature moves, and other little things like.
Darby! That's exciting, Jeff. A little twig. See. So CM Punk wants to go wrestle against little boys there instead of wrestling against a real man like Roman Reigns there. Fucking bitch. Fuck. He wants to go be a big fish in a small pond because he was hurt by Ryback, and anybody over 200 pounds can break him in half, I guess. He's too scared. He wants to wrestle little twig men like Darby Allin. Fuck off. Like, what a fucking little bitch. Go wrestle Triple H. Fuck. Make money. What is he gonna do with Darby Allin? Because he thinks Darby Allin will suck his dick after the match or what? Like, give me a fucking break. Yeah.
Let me see what's going on with this bloody thing. Come on. Oh, fuck me.
Talking about the best in the world, the Young Bucks hitting some of Punk's signature moves and other little things like, I don't know, booking the United Center in Chicago for the second episode of Rampage, an episode of weekly television.
Chicago! Shut the fuck up. He's in Chicago. Shut the fuck up. Like, son of a neck.
A venue that holds double the number of seats at the venue they booked for their all-out pay-per-view, and that episode airs tonight.
How many did they put in there? 200 people, a couple thousand tops. How many in that little place?
Fucking hell. Whenever they see, you know how bad wrestling is when we're actually talking about the size of the arena. That's how you know we're in a bad state of affairs here, people.
They added 20 seats. Shut the fuck up. Who cares? Like,
tonight, it's bookering time. TikTok does CM Punk have everyone's attention now? So everyone thinks that CM Punk returns to wrestling tonight. Holy moly, AEW have all but said he's debuting tonight. If he doesn't, Chicago's going to burn the United Center down, so no pressure. And
yeah, what if he actually doesn't show up? Like that could happen. Like, what if he doesn't show up?
Well,
Like,
then they're gonna come out with a Hulk shirt like this guy, Jer, and hey, look, I like comic book. I relate to you. Fucking goof. Fuck, look at this fucking goof with his... What the fuck kind of hair is this? Like, what is that with this fucking hipster fucking Hulk shirt? Like, are you fucking 6 years old, bud? Get a fucking life, Lil. Like, I like wrestling. Oh, CM Punk in Chicago. I like comics. Oh, I love comics. No fuck, who cares? Like, what's becoming of this community? Am I supposed to do a wrestling review dressed up like Star Trek? Tabarnak, Jer, next week. Well, yeah. Who are they pandering to? These fucking freaks on here, like. Look at his face next to CM Punk like he thinks he's being funny. It's not funny.
yeah,
It's just a fucking goof. Like,
why is he wearing a cardigan? Why is he wearing a cardigan? Like, what the fuck? Like,
because he's such a fancy guy, and look at him here with a retard shirt. Like, come on, like.
he's built like a jockey's whip as well, too, for fuck's sake.
Enough fucking pandering to nerds. The wrestling's not about fucking Superman and Batman. Fucking grow a set, and stop acting like fucking weirdos. They're dressing up like this to try to catch the Kenny Omega audience. I like to play Zelda, Fuck off. Like, this is too much.
this is going to be massively exposing, probably. I'm about to run a booking which AEW could do better in less than 24 hours. What's life without a little bit of excitement and hubris? With time almost running out, CM Punk's AEW debut? Let me have a go.
Man, watch out. The stars.
So just before I start, I do want to be transparent about a couple of things. This booking will be similar to some elements of my CM Punk and WWE booking. I'll be booking a few different feuds, not necessarily one big storyline. Again, I don't think CM Punk needs a stable. A bunch of feuds based on, first of all, A, the the most interesting version of CM Punk's character in 2021, I still have a pretty strong opinion that CM Punk is someone who should not give a shit about anyone but himself. And B, like I mentioned in my previous video, Punk is a name, and to AEW, that's still what he's most useful as, a marquee name to bring them closer and closer to outdrawing WWE, so you need to use Punk in that way, as a draw,
Dream
not
on.
necessarily.
Dream on.
He lost that during the UFC run. Like, I still believe that he's marketable to a casual audience, right?
They might beat Raw for a week or a couple months. That's it. They're not going to beat McMahon overall. It's impossible. Like, and Punk is almost 43. He's not going to be that cool at age 50 with a shoot promo. They might not be able to keep him under contract too long with his shitty attitude as well.
Necessarily to the AEW loyalists who are going to tune into Dynamite every week anyway, but rather to the lapsed WWE fans who can't be bothered to learn a new roster's worth of people. Simply put, if you're spending the amount of money to bring Punk in that Punk is worth, you probably want that money back in new eyes on the product. So keep that in mind for some of the directions I'm going in. We start on Rampage tonight. Oh God, it's tonight. And one of the biggest, if not the biggest, long-running storylines on AEW is Adam Page and how his disbelief in himself is not just tearing himself apart, but also...
I don't want to cut him up, but isn't Adam Page, like, left? Like, because his
gone
wife
for
is
a
pregnant.
kid or something.
And Adam Page, he wasn't even that good either. Like,
He's only gone a little while now. He's not that good, but he's friends with Kenny Omega, so they want him to get pushed.
Give me 2 seconds, WJ. Hang on. I'll just pause it 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Hang on.
If Sting can't outdraw Raw and AEW, Punk can't either, huh? Damn, WJ is still leading. Yes, it's a big enough plate. It's hard eating it and fucking balancing this and stuff there. Punk is washed, honestly. These guys don't accept anything, though. They're accepting Big Show competing at the pay-per-view. Did you see the picture on Dynamite of his hip? They show a picture of Big, like, you know, some things like you get a big scar. Oh, look at my big scar or something. But this wasn't a cool scar. Showing a big picture of Big Show's hip and his gut and the big fucking scar on his hip. That's like a hip problem scar. It's not like a cool battle scar of some sort there. The way that they show this on TV is bad. Like, when these fans are accepting this, they'll accept anything. Go ahead, Jer.
Friendship with the Dark Order. We've seen the Dark Order leave Adam Page to a beating at the hands of the Elite because that's what he wanted. Well, there's one person that what he wanted doesn't sit right with, and that's Colt Cabana. Cabana comes out in front of the Chicago crowd. His people.
Here's the problem with that. It wouldn't happen, right? And here's the thing. Colt Cabana fucking legitimately hates CM Punk. And I think Colt Cabana would actually quit. That's my only concern about that feud. It's a good feud, but it wouldn't happen because Colt Cabana legitimately fucking hates CM Punk. That's the only problem.
People, his hometown. He talks about Adam Page, about the times they've been through together, about how sometimes when your friend doesn't believe in themselves, then yeah, maybe you do know what's best for them more than they do. Adam, if you can hear this, please come down. Do, and you better believe Tony Khan's paying for Cult of Personality. Punk walks down to the ring in front of the Chicago fans, stands opposite Colt Cabana, former best friends who've had a very public falling out.
Just
The
states
theme
the
of
obvious. He just states the obvious, Punk against Cabana, and he acts like he's so fucking so special for saying the obvious. Oh, you can bet that he's gonna get the song. Okay, they're like.
It's like, I mean, the thing is, people, like, we haven't seen this video. Like, I've literally just downloaded it and stuff like that. The thing is with that there is that, like, we pointed this out even at the start of the show. So it's an obvious thing. It's nothing anything fucking special in my opinion. Well, let's play the rest of it. God damn it.
friendship, loyalty, friends drifting apart, all in the air. The two Chicago natives stand face to face to each other in Chicago. Slowly they walk towards each other, smile, and then hug. Punk.
What?
Oh, okay.
Right, I hope there's a turn at the end of this because this sounds fucking bad so far. Like,
Then raises a microphone to his lips and then blasts Cabana in the head with it.
Right.
Turn
Thank God I
Punk
was
heel
worried
on
there.
night one, because if anyone can,
No, don't turn. No, no. Look here, Frosty. Her, okay. Under no circumstances, you British fucking wankstain, should CM Punk turn fucking heel. Everybody wants him to be a fucking face. It's that fucking pure and simple, okay? You absolute British fucking moron, okay? What needs to happen, if you're going to technically do this, Colt Cabana needs to be presented as the bad guy. CM Punk needs to be presented as the good guy. Nobody in Chicago is going to boo CM Punk. If anything, they're going to boo fucking Colt Cabana because he's a bored fat bastard that nobody fucking cares about, okay?
He needs to go for Kenny right off the bat. Like.
Yeah, straight off the bat. I wouldn't have done the Colt Cabana thing. I would have done that in the middle of the year, quite frankly.
Have them come out and fucking bury the Elite on the mic. Bury them all, fuck. Including Cody Rhodes. Bury the fucking shit out of him, Cody Rhodes. And then Cody comes out with his little fucking gay ass fucking lisp. Yeah. And then have Malachi Black kick him in the fucking face again or something. And CM Punk beats him 1, 2, 3, boom. You know what I mean? And have Punk fucking end up beating Omega. Yeah. You want to make money, put the belt on him, like.
Yeah.
Have him come out and do all this, bash the young
Ruins
buck, bash Cody, beat Cody, and then beat Kenny and win the fucking belt.
and then hug. Punk then raises a microphone to his lips and then blasts Cabana in the head with it. Turn Punk heel on night one, because if anyone can, it's Punk. He ruins Cabana, blasts him over and over again with chair shots, picks him up for the
This is horrible.
GTS, but
Why
refuses
would
to
you
hit
fucking
it, throws
do
him out
that
of the
with
ring
a
for the
jobber
Dark
on
Order.
night one? Like,
This is a
night
terrible.
one, you gotta go after the big people. Look,
To collect him,
Not-
take him back to be treated.
not
Punk
fight
gets
a
on the mic.
Hammenager, for God's sake. Why would you fight a Hammenager right off the bat? Like,
Also, like, the thing is, why would they take Colt Cabana into fucking medical care if he got hit with a microphone as well? Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's...
And he says, "You guys still like me, right? I mean, this is AEW. I'm the guy the other guys couldn't get, so you must like me, right?"
That's so fucking stupid, man. That's the
fucking
worst.
cringy. So fucking cringy. Like,
That's so bad, man. Like, right, okay, first of all, let's just say CM Punk says that. Everyone's going to go, yay, CM Punk, yay, yay. Like, people are going to cheer him and people aren't going to fucking boo him.
now.
Fucking frosty haired, fucking weasel,
fucking numbskull,
little fucking numbskull. You don't know anything about booking. These British fucking bastards, man. They try to take over Ireland now. They're taking over the fucking taking over the rest of the WJ. I ain't having any of it, WJ. I'm only joking, by the way, about the British thing. But joking aside, though, this guy's a fucking moron. Jesus Christ, he's a fucking idiot, man.
I'm playing for your team now because Tony Khan bought me for 1 year. He reached into his daddy's big pocket and laid more silver across my palm than I've ever seen in my entire life. And that brought you all.
That's not what CM Punk would say, you fucking idiot. Like,
that's what an AEW fan would think. I couldn't, the other company couldn't get me. I'm the best in the world.
This is so bad, man.
Not a summer of Punk, but 1 year of CM Punk. And after that, I'm gone. I'm going to go back to my TV show, Heels, catch it on Stars every week, because I don't know how much clear.
I'm only here for a year, then I'm gone. So then people won't invest as much.
Yeah, like, that makes no sense.
I'm only here a little. Here's a reference to a wrestling catchphrase. The summer of Punk, but it's a year of Punk. Like, why would he talk like that? Like,
Here I can make it, I don't care. Because after all of this time, it's not me, it's you. This sets up Punk versus Cabana at All Out in Chicago. Punk's first match back, despite personal issues, someone who knows him.
His first match.
Jesus Christ.
Against Colt Cabana. Come on, not the first match.
That's fucking horrendous booking.
That happens later on. Maybe he's already champ.
Yeah.
And then he has an excuse to fight a bunch of bums because he's gonna be the champ. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very well in the ring. 2 Chicago natives in Chicago with real life painted all over it. And I honestly mean no disrespect to either Punk or Cabana with this. I know that they probably wouldn't be interested in working together, but in a perfect world, this just syncs up all along the line. Debut, Chicago, real life. It syncs up too perfectly to not do it. Punk beat.
It doesn't at
Like,
all.
do people like in the UK sit there and jack off about the city of Chicago, Gerry? Like, I don't get, like,
I don't get it either.
what's
like,
the big thing in wrestling? Like, they have to always do a big thing for Chicago. Dude. Like, no offense to anybody who lives there, but like I've had enough of this British fuck just talking about Chicago, and he thinks he's hot shit every time he says it. Chicago? Shut the fuck up, like. You know what I mean? Like,
This is so bad, man.
they're so fucking lame, these people now, the Smarks, like, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like, they're fucking retard.
Beats Cabana with the GTS. But in the main event of the show, Kenny Omega beats Christian. Because of course he does. Afterwards, Punk continues to heel it over AEW on Dynamite Rampage, and his continued disrespect leads him into conflict with the Dark.
Alright, let me just pause this here. Because it's doing this weird thing. Oh, shit.
Page. Page returns to stick up for someone who stuck up for him. That's the cowboy code.
Page?
And Punk.
What's he talking about?
Oh my god, this is fucking bad, man.
Go back. I think you missed the part. We'll have to keep going in the
on
straight
Dynamite
line.
Rampage, and his continued disrespect leads him into conflict with the Dark Order and the returning Adam Page. Page returns
What?
to stick up for
Dark Order against Punk? What's going on? What the fuck is going on here? Like,
Let me rewind it further here. 'Cause maybe he skipped something here, because that's
I hope he's not doing a CM Punk Dark Order fucking thing.
This sets up Punk versus Cabana at All Out in Chicago. Punk's first match back, despite personal issues, someone who knows him very well in the ring. 2 Chicago natives in Chicago with real life painted all over it. And I honestly mean no disrespect to either Punk or Cabana with this. I know that they probably wouldn't be interested in working together. But in a perfect
I don't
world,
think they're
this
gonna
just-
care what you say about them. Oh, don't take offense, Punk. I don't think Punk's gonna watch the videos of this fucking whack job, Jer. Like, don't take offense to what I say. Like, what does he think Punk's gonna send him a private message? Hey, cool t-shirt. Hey, why'd you say that about me? No, he don't give a shit about you. Like, get a fucking life. Like,
did the GTS, but in the main event of the show, Kenny Omega beats Christian. Because of course he does. Afterwards, Punk continues to heel it over AEW on Dynamite, Rampage, and his continued disrespect leads him into conflict with the Dark Order and the...
Oh my god. Fuck me. Take it over. Jesus, take the fucking wheel. Take the fucking wheel.
I need a little joint, Jer, but so I can keep going there. What's going on here in the chat there? Blampied was once part of cuck culture and cuckaholics.
Did this dude actually say that he wants CM Punk with Dark Order?
We got Regier, CM Old should retire. Talk to the chat 2 minutes, Jer. I go get a joint there, and then we gotta pick this guy's brain, Jer. But I just need a 2 minute delay here. Fuck.
Lars Sullivan versus Braun Strowman needs to happen. We got Ray JR. There we go. How are you, mate? Long time no see. How are you, mate? There. Haha. Imagine building Cole Cabana as a big star. Ha ha ha. I know, mate. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. These marks think the pipe bomb was the biggest thing in wrestling, bigger than Hulk versus Andre. I think it was good for the time, but it was good because I think we were just so desperate to hear something new because John Cena kept winning all the fucking time. Adam Blampied is just another one of those indie smarks. Good God, I hope Christian squashes CM Punk. Blampied was once part of... Yeah, it's pretty bad. Some people are chanting Ring of Honor. CM Old should retire. We got the one and only Jay Rant. This man is a dork. I agree, mate. I absolutely fucking agree. He is a complete and utter ridiculous twat. Like, these guys' booking ideas are fucking terrible. I absolutely agree. Made a care less, yeah. I want to see Punk's debut. This video made me care less, General Gerry. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. It just, I don't want to disparage people, but CM Punk only watches Gerry. That's technically that is technically true. He does actually watch me. I think he watched me once. Like, that's it. Like, but I'm not gonna be like beyond pain and say, oh, no offense. Like, he's a man just like anybody else, and you know. I said this before, I got no disrespect to CM Punk or anything like that, but it's just, you know, I just had a massive disagreement with him as in UFC there. Kane would destroy all these indie wrestlers. Kane is no indie guy. CM Punk is a wash. Is a wash. Be real, LOL. This is fucking bad, man. Like, I can't believe...
We're gonna listen to some fucking drug talk. We're gonna need to be high, and that's what I'm gonna do now, Jer. What does this fucking goof have to say?
All right, we'll listen to... Oh, fuck me. Even my own hangout doesn't even want to play. I'm like...
Show, Kenny Omega beats Christian. Because of course he does. Afterwards, Punk continues to heel it over AEW on Dynamite, Rampage, and his continued disrespect leads him into conflict with the Dark Order and the returning Adam Page. Page returns to stick up for someone who stuck up for him. That's the cowboy code. And Punk berates Page.
What? Why would Punk berate Page? Fuck. Oh, because he's heel, but still, like, this don't make sense. Like, come on.
and the returning Adam Page. Page returns to stick up for someone who stuck up for him. That's the cowboy code. And Punk berates Page. This, he says, this is why you fail! Because your so-called friends encourage you to poison your body with alcohol. And this leads to a...
Oh my fucking god.
Cliche, fucking ripoff. That's not smart, dude, these people. They're just fucking... You know, us, we might do goofy fed stuff for a laugh. These people take themselves seriously. Just rip off a WWE story, but replace Jeff with Hangman Page. Like, it's not original. Like,
That is so bad booking, man.
AEW Grand Slam. The show opens with CM Punk versus Adam Page. Before the match, Punk cuts a promo.
So his first match is him versus Colt Cabana, right? He then feuds with the Dark Order, and then his next match is with Adam Page. What a fucking dickhead.
I'm the story, not Page. I am the story. I'll make more money in 1 year than Page will in his entire career, and I'm not going to sink mine to the bottom of a bottle. Punk and Page wrestle, and Punk is going to cheat when again Cabana and the Dark Order comes out to stop him. Page hits the buckshot lariat, beats CM Punk 1, 2, 3. This accomplishes 2.
What?
what did he say?
Page beats CM Punk 1, 2, 3.
What?
Page wrestle, and Punk is going to cheat when again Cabana and the Dark Order comes out to stop him. Page hits the buckshot lariat, beats CM Punk 1, 2, 3.
Oh my fucking god.
These people are on fucking crack. Like,
What the fuck? Right, I know me and WJ like to joke. Like, I know we like to kind of like mess about and stuff, but this is legitimately, like, if you had to take the worst booking ever, it would probably be this. This is horrendous.
This accomplishes 2 things. A huge win like this puts Page back in the title picture, and now Punk is pissed because
You've just made him weaker. You've done exactly the reason why CM Punk left.
you don't want to lose if anything. This guy he left a big money paying job because he didn't get everything he wanted, because he had to lose against Taker, Lesnar, The Rock, 3 men who should beat him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
later that very same night, Bryan Danielson debuts, cuts an impassioned babyface promo about AEW, why he's there, who he wants to wrestle, doesn't mention Punk. He gets through his entire speech, walks back up the ramp when he's blindsided by a furious CM Punk. Humiliated from being beaten earlier in the night, Punk assaults Bryan Danielson, pile drivers him once, twice, 3 times.
well, you don't want to kill him right off the bat to break his neck right off the bat. 3 pile driver. Like,
What the fuck is this, man?
but
This is
like,
the
and
worst.
then what happens if when the companies don't do these retarded things, then these same people, they claim WWE's ruining the booking. You know what I mean? It should have been like this. He should have been heel. He should have been jobbing the Hangman Page. I mean, he's only, Tony Khan's only paying him 10 times more than Adam Page. I mean, Page should beat him. I mean,
This is really bad, man. This is really, really fucking bad.
so take the big investment, the guy that they wanted in to get to be the star from the get-go. Take him, turn him heel, and then make him fight against a jobber in his first match. I would do the match with the what's his name again there? Colt Cabana, but not the first match. Like,
No.
surely
no,
you
I
gotta
remember
go in
middle-
and make a big splash, not go in and fight a job guy. Like,
That's
you
why
know what I mean?
when John Moxley debuted, the only decent thing that AEW did was have John Moxley versus Kenny Omega right away.
really? Because it's the biggest match, and Moxley and Jericho, it's the only 2 matches they had for Moxley. Like, what else have they done for him since?
Mm-hmm.
Out nursing an injury, Punk cuts promo after promo about how Bryan Danielson is only a big star because he left, because he didn't feel like wrestling the guy Danielson ended up beating at WrestleMania 30. Bryan should be on his hands and knees kissing Punk's feet, thanking him.
It's a typical, like, there's nothing new here. It's like your typical fucking indie fucking bullshit here.
Every day for leaving. But, says CM Punk, the moment I sign somewhere else, in he comes to try and scoop what it is I'm working for. This leads to Full Gear, a card sold to 2 different audiences on 2 different matches. Sold to the lapsed WWE fans on Punk versus Danielson. Sold to the AEW.
What lapsed WWE fan? These fans stopped watching when Stone Cold left. The Rock, the majority never even seen CM Punk. Like, they think all the lapsed fans are going to finally show up. They've been promising they were going to bring back the lapsed fans. Most of these lapsed fans have never heard of CM Punk. Like, I know people that watch wrestling 30 years. Now they're 60. They don't really watch. And they never heard of guys like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. Like, people our father's age, let's say, that would have watched when they were young or whatever. They don't know CM Punk. Like,
Faithful on Adam Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW Championship. 1 year, almost to the day that Omega beat Page in that tournament final. Over the course of their match, Punk repeatedly focuses on the head and neck of Bryan Danielson and exploits this in order to beat him. Then later in the main event...
Wait, what?
rewind it.
Faithful on Adam Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW Championship. 1 year, almost to the day that Omega beat Page in that tournament final. Over the course of their match, Punk repeatedly focuses on the head and neck of Bryan Danielson and exploits this in order to beat him. Then later...
Like, they want to run the company. They don't want a real company. They want to be the ones in charge. These guys are fucking losers. Like, go ahead, Jer.
So in Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson's debut, you want him to get repeatedly beaten in the neck and lose on his very first match. But it's okay for, like, you know, who was that fucking guy? Cross? Remember Cross versus Jeff Hardy?
Cross gets beaten. It's a big deal. It depends which Fed, let's say.
But it's totally fine for Daniel Bryan to lose to CM Punk right away. That's just so fucking, that's so stupid. It's the worst.
And sadly, this is one of the cooler of the indie fans. This one here, Jer, like, in his world, he's got the comic t-shirt. Most of them are goofy like this, but an extra 300 pounds, you know what I mean?
I don't want to personally attack him, but it looks like a fucking wig that he's got
I
on.
don't know.
Like, what's going on with that hairdo? Like,
sadly, he's one of the cooler of these people, and this is the, well, I don't think he's cool in any way, but I mean, he's cooler than the fans and the crowd just because he's not 500 pounds. Yeah, so he'll be cooler than them. But it's all weird thoughts like this, and it's scary.
In the main event, Adam Page kicks out of the one-winged angel at 1, recovers, hits the buckshot lariat, and pins Kenny Omega to become the new AEW champion. He's held.
oh my god, no way.
And you think that's gonna bring ratings? Like, you think that's really gonna bring the big rating? Punk's gonna bring the rating, and then they're gonna kill it when they put the belt on guys like MJF, and you know.
So we're 3 months in. CM Punk has faced Kurt Cabana. Okay, he's faced the Dark Order. He's lost against Adam Page.
And Adam Page wins the belt, so
and Adam Page wins the world. This is the worst.
This is so bury CM Punk so that this little goof can be good enough to be a fake champion. because nobody really buys him as contender for a world title. So let's bury the big amount of money that Tony Khan pays for Punk, put Punk lower in the eyes of fans, so you can push a guy that people aren't going to really care about. Let's say, like, it's the Ellen DeGeneres look.
Dynamite, Punk is cutting another of his heel promos when he's interrupted by Eddie Kingston for the sheer reason
God damn.
Fuck me.
Punk versus Eddie Kingston in a promo battle is something the world needs manifesting into existence. Kingston talks about how Punk thinks he's from the Chicago streets, so he thinks he's a survivor. He hasn't survived nothing. The biggest thing about you is your name.
You notice half the stories is just about Chicago. Like, one time you dropped a nickel on the streets of Chicago and I ran and gave it to you. Let's book this match. Let's book it now. Chicago. Eddie Kingston versus CM Punk in the Chicago match. Like,
fuck me.
Enough.
I mean, the man underneath that name has gone soft, writing comic books that don't sell and getting your ass beat in UFC in, how many seconds was it? This leads to Punk versus Eddie Kingston at the Dynamite anniversary show in October, which Punk wins, but then takes it too far when he locks in the Anaconda Vice after the match for hitting his special, the pile driver on exposed concrete. This puts Eddie Kingston out for the foreseeable.
The pile driver on the exposed concrete, is this something from Ring of Honor? From 10 years ago or something? Like, what's with the pile driver? Like,
and in the meantime, Punk racks up a bunch of wins in AEW, and so has former champion
he looks
Omega,
like he's
which
already
leads to
50 in the picture, CM Punk. Like, he already looks like he's 50 already. Like,
so we're into October, November time, and we're already gonna get CM Punk versus Kenny
God
Omega.
damn. CM Punk, now it's CM Punk against Eddie Kingston. What's the storyline here, there?
number one contendership match at Winter is Coming. CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. Get those ratings. Two men talking about being the best in the world. Proper
you
WWE.
have a match, Punk against the world champion. That's the rating. Not a bunch of retard shit. Okay, not Punk against Eddie Kingston. You need a match for the rating. It's for the title. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
versus AEW undertones. Punk tells Omega that Omega's been the best everywhere except, where it matters. Omega tells Punk that he's about to make Punk more relevant than he's ever been. At the match, Omega beats CM Punk.
why would you even fucking have the nerve to say what CM Punk should say in this promo or what he would say? Like, a fucking nerd goof fucking, oh man, what a fucking schmuck motherfucker. Like, this fucking pencil neck nerd fucking goofball guy talking like he knows what to say for CM Punk, a professional. Like, get a fucking life, man. What's wrong with these wrestling fans? Why is it like this? Can we not just like wrestling or dislike it? Do we have to be so fucking gay about things? Like, I'm sorry, but it's the only word that describes it. Like goddamn, like, it's popcorn. It's fucking corny the way this guy is. There's the way he's acting. It's too over the top. Like, get a fucking life, bud. Like, anybody looking at this and thinking that this is cool or whatever, imagine being somebody, okay, now it's time for Punk and Eddie Kingston. Oh my God, yes! You've hit it right on the head again with your great booking. Who's the fucking virgin saying this? Like, These are fucking virgins. The more you stay into this kind of level of fucking weirdness, you want to go down the fucking barrel of weird shit. You know, you'll never get fucking laid with this there. Eddie Kingston, CM Punk, fantasy booking. You'll never get laid. You know what I mean? Like, get a fucking life, like.
We're nearly at the end now, WJ. We're nearly at the end here now. Like,
Thanks in part to interference from John Moxley.
I just want to let you know, Kenny Omega has beaten CM Punk. So already Punk is getting beat quite a lot here.
Avenging the assault on his friend.
Did he just say Kenny wins?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll play it again here.
So Punk loses. Punk loses to Adam Page. And then he gets beat by Kenny. Like, the fuck? Like, this is how to murder him. Like,
winter is coming. CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. Get those ratings. Two men talking about being the best in the world. Proper WWE versus AEW undertones. Punk tells Omega that Omega's been the best everywhere except, you know, where it mattered. Omega tells Punk that he's about to make Punk more relevant than he's ever been. At the match, Omega beats CM Punk.
Why would Ken? Wow, my God! Like, they gotta pay money for CM Punk, man. You gotta use him good, use him big, not make him lose. Like, you make him win first. He's got to win the title before he gets beat. Yeah, like.
And he hasn't won the title. I don't think he's won the title in this booking, has he?
He can lose the belt before he can lose before he wins the belt, but it can't be like this. Like, it's not make sense. This is just an elite jerk off pandering opinion. Yeah, like, this is putting Punk underneath these fucking losers. You know what I mean? Like. And he's saying this stupid shit to pander to fucking 400-pound freaks of nature. Like, get a fucking grip, bud. Like, get a fucking grip. Just voice an opinion. You're not a fucking booker. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you're just repeating buzzwords from retard indie fans is all this is. It's not an opinion. This is a fucking joke. Yeah, like. And people pay these people, like, get a fucking life. Like, go ahead, Jer.
If I drunk an entire bottle of whiskey and WJ, you smoked an entire load of leaf, me and you could both come up with something way better than what this fucking frosted hair twat is coming up with right now.
Second, man, like, somebody wrote in the comments he hasn't mentioned Cody Rhodes yet. Huh?
There you go, Danica.
Like, people would think of that, like Cody Rhodes, you know. Cody, he thinks he's a promo guy. Everybody comes in, they got to face Cody Rhodes, but they just did this with Malachi Black to beat Cody. But you can make him lose again there. Punk against Cody Rhodes. Cody tries to do the thing that he makes it about him, and then Punk buries him, let's say. Buries him and beats him in the fucking a high-profile match, let's say. That's a match. Let's say you beat Cody Rhodes, fucking call him out, bury him for all the corny shit he does, and fucking say the real fucking truth about him. And then beat him, you know? Because you got to make money the smart way. The elite's not going to draw a bunch of fans. Like, you got to have Punk fucking beat Kenny. Like,
you know, where it mattered.
Hang on, let me pause this here.
Omega tells Punk that he's about to make Punk more relevant than he's ever been. those
fucking thing.
ratings. Two men talking about being the best in the world. Proper WWE versus AEW undertones. Punk tells Omega that Omega's been the best everywhere except, where it mattered. Omega tells Punk at the match, Omega beats CM Punk thanks in part to interference from Jon Moxley, avenging the assault on his friend from weeks before. Which kicks off the feud heading into Revolution. CM Punk versus Jon Moxley.
Why Moxley? Like,
where does Jon Moxley come from this? Like,
because he beat Eddie Kingston. That happens 2 months prior. Like, why would he avenge his friend? Look at his face at him, how fucking goofy it looks right now. Like that's like, out of nowhere, Jon Moxley just shows up. Like,
the ex-WWE versus ex-WWE guy. I get that. But again, I'm trying to use Punk as that magnet, bringing in the casual and lost WWE fans hooked.
So let's break this down, you frosted herd fucking gimp, okay? CM Punk already, he's injured Daniel Bryan and he's beat Daniel Bryan, so you've buried Daniel Bryan right away. CM Punk has lost to Adam Page, okay? Adam Page. He's lost to Adam Page. He's lost to Kenny Omega.
I need another 2-3 joint to get on this guy's fucking level, I think, to follow his plan, like.
I think we need meth enthusiasts for this because I think people need meth to get on this guy's level. WJ. This is bad, man.
Them onto a pay-per-view with a big match like that they recognize, then see if they stick around because of stuff like the main event, which is going to be Adam Page versus Kenny Omega.
Oh my fucking god.
Again, Adam Page against Omega. I thought there was no rematch in this company.
In some sort of bam it up a notch, let's say an Iron Man match. Also, Punk versus Moxley on promos. Money, two men who've walked away from companies who've mistreated them, but Moxley chose AEW, whereas Punk just cashed their check. Two men so similar, they're destined to hate each other.
How are they similar? See, apart from that they both went to the WWE, how are they similar?
They're completely
different. Come on, like.
Jon Moxley smoked cigarettes after his fucking match.
Like they're not similar at all. Like they both like comics. He probably wants the Incredible Hulk's hands around his fucking penis to sat in. That's what he wants. Like. Oh, man.
Wins because Moxley is like 36 at this point, CM Punk's 43. That's just the maths on that. Although it should be booked that Punk and Moxley go to war. Punk fights like hell. The commentators pick up on that. After the match, Moxley raises Punk up. They look at each other. They recognize how similar they are.
What, are they gonna make love or something? Like,
they recognize how similar they are. What the fuck? Like, what is this? Looking. Oh my god, where's the sign, Punk? You and I are both the sign.
We're the both sign, Punk. Kiss me, Punk.
What is this?
This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my god. CM Punk loses against Moxley. Is he gonna say that? And 2 months later, CM Punk quits. What happened? Imagine if this actually took place for real. These crazy fucking stupid things. Holy shit.
I would vomit all over my screen, WJ.
What's he say? What else does he have to say? Maybe we should check out more fantasy booking videos, Jared, down the road. What else is he saying? This fucking shit.
At this point, CM Punk's 43. That's just the maths on that. Although 4-3. Punk and Moxley go to war. Punk fight like.
He's 4-3 in match.
No, 43.
Oh, 43. Good God. I thought I was fucking gonna pass out right here. They're 4-3. I thought 4 wins and 3 loss. Okay. Thank fuck. Yeah.
Hell, the commentators pick up on that. After the match, Moxley raises Punk up. They look at each other. They recognize how similar they are. No handshake, nothing like that. Punk just looks at Moxley and walks away. That's all. Just the
What? 2 big promo guys. They figure that they're similar for whatever fucking reason. And then he just fucking stares at his crotch and walks away. They don't say nothing. The 2 biggest promo guys in the company, like.
This is the worst booking I've ever seen in my life.
Well, Jericho is better talker than Ambrose.
start of a face turn. Also, Hangman Page retains his title against Kenny Omega.
Why has this guy got a hard on for Hangman Page?
Because that's what the AEW fans online are saying. Look at Hangman Page. Look at him right there. He looks like Chris Benoit mixed with a monkey. Look at his face. Yeah, like
he's not even like, what the fuck is that? Like,
looks like Shawn Michaels in this thumbnail or something.
Obviously. We've got 2 major pay-per-views left in the year of Punk in AEW, Double or Nothing and All Out. 2 feuds left, and my God, one of them has to be. Bring up the picture. Look how small he is! Punk versus MJF. We're one.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Why does this guy care about a little kid picture of MJF? Like, what the fuck?
It's kind of weird, like, but
Winding up on Punk's time in the company, used his name to try and drum up as many new fans as possible. Now, while he can still go at 43, let's turn him tweener and use him to put over some AEW stars. MJF.
what?
Come on!
What the fuck?
Turn him tweener. He was heel, he's jobbing bad. Now he becomes tweener and he gets beat by MJF. Fuck off. Take your fucking medication, bud. Is he trying to sound retarded? Like, God damn.
And the Pinnacle are trying to recruit Punk. MJF just wants someone with Punk's experience, shall we say. A veteran on the team who's old as
Punk is going to be on MJF's team. Is this guy on fucking crack, man? Come on, like, what's wrong with these people?
I'm gonna have to retitle this video.
Why do these people encourage this kind of behavior? Like, it's these fucking retard fucking what culture people like this that are encouraging this kind of fucking shit, like.
This is horrendous.
They're destroying the community. Like, this is outrageous, Jer. Like,
we're nearly at the end anyway here, thank God.
MJF's advisor, and Punk slaps the shit out of it. CM Punk versus MJF is a feud based on lots and lots of talking. The student and the master, the 2 intensely charismatic stars that made themselves into hot because they are actually able to make people believe them on the microphone and draw actual hate in a world where everyone's in on the joke. The match is set for Double or Nothing. MJF versus Punk. Also on the card, Adam Page convinces
Oh my God, fuck me, more Adam Page here, like.
Cody to go back on his promise never to challenge for the AEW Championship because it's Double or Nothing. It's AEW's biggest show of the year. He wants Cody so that Hangman can finally believe he's beaten the best and the biggest AEW has to offer. At Double or Nothing, MJF beats Punk through the numbers game to establish himself.
Go fuck yourself.
No, go fuck your own fucking frosted hair, you stupid fucking pitbull looking fucking wankstain. I fucking look like a seagull came on all your fucking hair, you stupid cunt.
Hipster douchebag. Fuck.
Fucking stupid badger looking wankstain. What a fucking moron.
Number 1 charismatic twat in all of wrestling. And on AEW's biggest stage, Cody turns heel to win the AEW Championship.
Cody Rhodes turns heel to win the championship over Adam Page.
What the
And Punk
fuck?
hasn't won yet. So far, Punk is there, and he's only been jobbing pretty much. Like, Cody Rhodes turns heel, wins the title. Okay.
Can we? We'll just. Well, do you know what? We'll just get through this. This is
Well,
horrible.
might as well finish it, Jer. Like,
No. Oh, fuck! It doesn't. The video doesn't even want me to finish it. For fuck's sake.
AEW's biggest stage, Cody turns heel Punk through the numbers game to establish himself as the #1 charismatic twat in all of wrestling. And on AEW's biggest stage, Cody turns heel to win the AEW championship and finally achieve the inevitable destiny of becoming AEW's Triple H. He who destroys the chair must one day become the chair. And because I don't know how to end CM Punk bookings without him facing
fuck
some
off,
form of
you fucking lame motherfucker. Like, he who breaks the chair, get a fucking life. Nobody thinks you're cool, bud. Enough with these fucking nerdy references, this fucking weird, cringy kind of garbage, dude. Like, if you break the chair, you become the chair. Like, this is no good, dude. Like,
This is legitimately. This is giving me fucking full blown AIDS watching this video. Like, this is just fucking horrendous. We're nearly
why
at the
would
end
Cody
anyway.
Rhodes come out and call himself like a Triple H? Let's say, like, and want to be like book like that, like.
Oh god, it won't even let me fucking play it.
who destroys the chair must one day become the chair. And because I don't know how to end CM Punk bookings without him facing some form of Triple H,
Oh fuck me, it won't even allow me to fucking see. This is how bad the fucking video is. It won't even allow me
So
to fucking end
basically,
it.
because he can't
This leads
fight the
to-
real Triple H,
all
then
out
Cody
in the final
Rhodes
match
should become
of CM
Triple
Punk's
H.
contract, where he tries to replicate his greatest magic trick of beating the world champion on his last night in the company. If Punk wins, Tony Khan will extend his contract for one more year at an even
Shout
more
out to
ludicrous
barbecue
sum.
sauce
If
there.
Punk loses, the contract expires. He's gone. So Punk is more face in this match than Cody, but he's still fighting for money. He's fighting for himself, which at least honors everything that's come before in this journey. Punk tells Cody he's seen all of this before. And rather than stop it at the time, he walked away. He's not walking away now, not without the AEW championship. At All Out in Chicago in front of my hometown, I'm taking that championship, but he doesn't.
We'll go with Chicago shit again.
Not. Cody cheats to beat CM Punk, and Punk leaves his boots in the ring in Chicago, Illinois, after one very big payday of a year, helping bring eyes to an underdog promotion, but also then continuing on with his life, because I just really don't think Punk wants to be doing this. I mean, just let him go back to writing comic books and writing.
He's not
being
gonna
a
fucking
heel.
do it with ideas like this. He's not gonna want to deal with retards like him anymore. That's for sure. Like, he's not gonna want to go back if he was to listen to this. Imagine if they book him like this. Like, do
This
the
is
job
really
to
bad.
Cody Rhodes on the way out. So Tony Khan pays big money to bury CM Punk completely, become everybody's bitch, only for the guy that can apparently get ratings to just quit at the end. What a fucking retarded thing. And get beat by Cody Rhodes to make it even worse. Let's say, like,
This is just bad, man. Absolutely fucking horrible. Well, here it is 1 a.m. here. WJ, so unfortunately, we've actually gone way over our schedule. It's nearly 2 hours right now. But as much as we would like to stay a bit longer there, folks, we have to call it a day there. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those that are going to be watching CM Punk tonight if he shows up. I hope the sweet baby Jesus he doesn't get booked like what we did there before. But overall, guys, I want to thank everyone for your support. Please like the video, by the way, and comment below, like not in just the chat, but below. It actually helps the algorithm and people actually checking us out. It also gets Wrestling Jesus more subscribers as well on his channel. So comment below and like the video. I wouldn't usually say this, but with the algorithm, I kind of have to now. So please like the video and comment below. It'd be really much appreciated, folks. WJ, anything to kind of say or anything like that before we go?
I think the guy is fucking crazy, dude. Like, to put out a video like this with such stupid opinion like that. Such an embarrassing himself, yeah, like just to pander to fucking 300-pound mental case online. They're like, this is what it's come to, yeah, and this guy does this, and he thinks he's cool doing this video. Like, this guy is a fucking moron, who's out of touch with reality. Like, he's completely out of touch. How anybody thought this guy was a big deal is a fucking joke, you know?
Horrendous booking, and quite frankly, I'm insulted at how fucking bad it was. I knew it was bad because people were telling me, but I never knew it was that bad. It was absolutely horrendous. Well, WJ, you want to sign us out there, WJ?
Until next time, CM Punk loses. Peace.